Android or iOS? Come on, quick, say it. Come on, quick, say it. Oh, well, I have an iPhone. Who asked? And that's why today we're going to be talking about Apple, because I'm biased. The first company ever to be worth $1 trillion. Apple, the company that everyone knows about and has so much hype behind its name. Like, literally, the conversations between Apple users and any Android brand users always goes like this. Hey, what brand phone is that?
Yeah, it's the Samsung Galaxy S21.
Oh, yeah?
Yup, it's actually a pretty good...
It's trash. Garbage. Waste of money. Broke boy. What? Yeah, I have an iPhone 6s Plus. 16 gigabytes. Get your money up.
Bro.
I can't hear you over your brokenness. Yeah, so I just wanted to come over here to remind you that you are poor and lack taste. See you now. Honestly. But Apple wasn't always the tech giant that we grew to know and love as the iPhone and iPad champ. Nah, we have to take a look at what it was like then versus now. You've heard of Steve Jobs, right? You know, founder of Apple, past CEO. What if I was to tell you that he actually left Apple and that he wasn't the only founder of Apple? So here's the story. Basically, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak are the college dropouts that founded Apple Computers Inc. Originally, they came up with the idea of creating computers and selling them to people in the late 1970s so that people could actually have them in their homes and use for their own personal, benefits. Back then, computers were huge machines. Like literally, they would fill up a whole room sometimes. So the basic intention was to make things more user-friendly, and it reflects even in their devices that they put out today. The first computer that they put out was called Apple I that they built in Steve Jobs' garage. Apple I was actually sold without a monitor, keyboard, or casing. So just lone computer. Then they made the Apple II, which went public in around the 1980s, and that completely changed the game because colors, finally color graphics. Apple I sales initially garnered them a healthy $7.8 million, But in 1980, sales skyrocketed, bringing them up to $100 million and more. By the way, by this time you guys are probably wondering how Apple got its name. Well, let's just say Steve Jobs was in an orchard.
I wonder if Steve got a name yet.
Wait.
Healthy looking apple.
Brother, you're done.
Huh? What was that?
You're done. Just call the thing Apple.
Oh my god, thank you so much. I gotta call Steve. Steve, I got the name.
Fact check that. Despite the success in 1983, Apple's sales began going down. Wozniak left Apple out of a disinterest in the company, and Steve Jobs left afterwards after some controversy arose between him and the person that he appointed as president of Apple Inc., John Sculley. Jobs went on to create another company called Next Software, and he even bought Pixar. Pixar Animations, Disney Pixar. Before Jobs left, he had some plans that he left behind at Apple that carried Sculley through the 80s and early 90s. But growing company, guess who? Microsoft, who had their own software called Windows OS, was their biggest competitor. Plus, Sculley turned down a potential partnership with Microsoft that Bill Gates had proposed in 1985. So that did kind of already look bad. You know, it did look away. Over the next couple of years, Apple's market shares just began to go down, and they were actually predicted to be doomed in the next few years. So they had to take some drastic measures and hire back, guess who? Steve Jobs. Yep. Jobs took the lead in his company that he started and acted as kind of an interim CEO and made some much needed changes at Apple. He even established a partnership with Microsoft and Bill Gates to work on software, and even a collaboration with his next company, Next Software. And this is where we can kind of pinpoint the birthplace of Apple's various operating systems. And over the next few years, with Jobs being CEO, things got very interesting for Apple.
The Macintosh, the iPhone, the iPod, iTunes. This is a special one, this is the big one. The iPhone, the iPad Air and Mini, the MacBook, the Apple Watch, the iPhone, again, AirPods, the iPhone.
Basically, over the years that followed, Apple has put out high quality, standard, top of the line devices that have been innovative and have been impactful in our daily lives. It might sound a little bit melodramatic, but it's true, to be honest. Apple's technologies and devices have just inspired so many other companies into creating something along that line, having that standard that Apple has created. I hope I'm not sounding biased, because I'm not being biased right now. And I think when it comes to the tech world, competition is an amazing thing, because no longer is it necessity that is the mother of all invention. No, not in the 21st century. Nowadays, we see competition being the mother of all invention, as companies strive to remain on top. So them create all kind of things. You see them have the folding screen phone, them the 10 plus cameras on the back of the phone. Like there was even this phone that was see-through in Henry Danger. Apple sales are through the roof, with their most popular device being the iPhone. And if you're using an iPhone, let me know which one you're using in the comments below. Like if it's an iPhone 6, 7, 8, 10. Their most popular iPhone that has been sold to date is the iPhone 6s that was released in 2015, which sold over 230 million units. And since then, no other iPhone that has been released has been able to sell that many units. The iPhone is definitely their most popular and most profitable device, but it's also undeniable to say that other Apple products were not innovators in their own right, such as the Mac and the iPad, which just saw an increase in the PC market and in the tablet market, just leading a lot of other companies to creating tablets and to creating laptops. And even their latest hottest device, which is arguably the Apple Watch, that's a device that has definitely brought an increase and brought more attention towards the smartwatch market. Apple just know how to drag in people's eyes them and make people sitting. No, them do. Apple is one of the most influential companies in the world right now, and best believe that once them drop an Apple logo on something or put Apple in front of it, people are gonna buy it. It doesn't even matter if it's good.
The Apple. Oh, wait. The Apple, curated in our apple farms in West Virginia. The Apple. Yeah.
But not to discredit the trillion-dollar company that has released so many innovative and impactful devices and technologies throughout its lifespan. And I mean, it's Apple. We all know the rest. If you're a fan of Apple, let me know in the comments below. If you're using an Apple device, let me know that as well. This has been Apple then versus now, or then versus now, whichever way it is. But yeah, thank you for watching. Shamar Crossfield. Place of Apple's various iOS